Hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we are going to be learning this bobo that you can see on the thumbnail. Is a wide back bobo and is a very nice outfit. If this is something you are interested in, ensure you stay to the end of this video. Let's get the video started. I'm going to be using this Adira fabric or batik fabric. Here I have about 4 yards and some inches because it's not up to 5 yards that I have here. So I have all the equipment I need, and I'm going to fold my fabric now into 4. I already folded my fabrics and I'm trying to measure what I have here. When I folded my fabric into 4, on each fold I have about 22 inches. And I'm going to go ahead to measure my neckline. My neckline is 3 inches as you can see, and I also measured 1 inch down. So this is like the starting point. It's not the exact neckline I need. I just did that to start and to mark my neckline. So from there, from the shoulder, I measured 13 inches for the sleeves. The sleeves opening is not like the regular sleeve. The sleeves opening is going to be big. So then I determined how wide I want the bobo to be. I chose 15 inches. I measured from the center to that part. I measured 15 inches all the way down, and this is me, rolling it to form a straight line. Then I curved that part. I curved it to the hammer I already created, just the way you're seeing me do it right in the video. So I started cutting my neckline. I cut out my neckline as you can see here, and then I slitted the shoulder because the shoulder is going to have a joining. So I slitted the shoulder so that I'll be able to separate the back from the front. And I also made a mark at the sleeves so that I can have a straight line there, because the edges are not straight due to the fact that the fabric was not manufactured industrially. So I trimmed the edges of the sleeves so I can have a smooth edges, just like I said. And then the next thing for me to do is to do the same at the M line. I added extra length for the bubu, so I'll be able to adjust the length and have a smooth edge at that point too. So this is exactly what you can see that I'm doing, and I still have my length because I added excess length to the bubu. And then the next thing I did was to separate the back from the front, and then I'll start working on the neckline for both of them. So the first thing I did for the front was to determine how I want the depth to be. So for this person, she prefers to show a little bit of cleavage, so I chose 9 inches, and I connected that to the 3 inch that I already did at the side for my sleeves. And then I started measuring 1.5 from that down. Can you see 1.5 from the center through that neckline that I created? So I wanted that neckline to be 1.5 by the time I'm joining it. If you see the design of the thumbnail, it has one bridge at the front, so I wanted that thing to be 1.5, and I measured 1.5 from the neckline I have, like from the shoulder line to the M of the bubu. So this mark you can see here is 1.5, and I connected all the dots. Then I'm going to be cutting that. So I started working on my back neckline as well, and from the 1 inch point I placed my tape on this to the half length of my client. So let me quickly explain what I did here. The length of this back opening is the half length of my client, and then I extended the shoulder by 1.5 so that it can be wide. I didn't make it to be straight V, I made it to be like a U shape because the back is very wide. And so this is how wide it is, and it's very beautiful. So for the front, the 1.5 inches, I'm going to be cutting it now. The fabric is not as long as 60 inches. When I measured it was about 43. That was why I had about 22 on fold. So I'm going to be measuring 4 inches. When you fold 4 inches, you have 2 inches, and half inch is going to go for sewing allowance. After sewing, I'm going to have 1.5 inch. So what I'm doing now is I'm measuring 4.4 inches rather in 3 places, so that when I join it together, I'm going to have a long strip that is eventually going to cover for both sides. And that's exactly what I'm doing now. I cut 4 inches in 3 places, and after marking it, I'm cutting it out. Thank you so much for staying to the end, and stay tuned for the sewing tutorial which will be dropping very soon. Thank you.